Hey guys, hey. This is your girl, Kat Harvey.
Ah,
And the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful,
hey, Christine.
and, and baby girl. And the baby
Yes,
girl.
and baby girl Ashton is with me. We are nursing back. See, okay, we are nursing back from. We are nursing back from like a cold that seems to have just kind of developed out of nowhere. So y'all know how that goes. So she's at home with mom today. So y'all don't mind the co-host. Well, actually, she really runs the show. We're her co-hosts.
Exactly. She's the producer, and now y'all got to meet the producer.
There you go.
But
There you
welcome.
go.
We
She
want to
makes it
welcome
happen.
everyone. We want to welcome everyone in. Come in, come in, come
Yeah.
in. And we ask that if you come in, you also like and share as you come in, that you would like and share. That would be amazing if you like and share. So, a couple announcements that I would definitely want to get out of the way. Uh, First, we want to send a shout out to so many of you know Lavish Visions, that's been on our show several times. We want to definitely send her well wishes on her healing journey, and we're praying for you, girl. Also, shout out to and prayers for Wendy Williams. She was recently, I don't know if you're familiar or you heard about it, A. Christine. She was diagnosed with a form of dementia, and
I did. I heard.
it's yeah, and something else as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we
I
definitely
think
want.
it's aphasia.
Yeah,
Apple.
yeah, that's what it was. Yep. So we definitely want to send out prayers for her and her family. I don't care what your beliefs or thoughts of that person, their character, whatever. Everybody needs prayer.
It's true.
Everybody, needs prayer. You might not agree with the way she does things or whatever, but we definitely want to make sure that we're, praying and lifting, people up
It's
that are
true.
in need. And
It's
so
true.
if you guys, anybody's like in need, we always want to tell you if you need prayer, definitely uh shoot us and hit us up. Like, because we would love nothing more than to pray for you, for sure.
Yes.
Um, so absolutely that is it. Did you have anything else for that on that topic?
Not
That
on that topic, but in your intro, again, welcome to everyone and to all of our Kat Harvey and A Christine show family. If you're already a part of the family, hey y'all, hey. If you're not a part of the family, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and click on that subscribe button and make sure you click on the notification bell so that you can be notified when we drop new information. And speaking of new information,
I'm listening.
dun, dun, dun. It is time for the girl friends weekend, baby. And I am
Ah,
just,
yes, I'm
yes,
excited.
I'm just so excited about it. Um, you can connect with us on any of the platforms you see on your screen here, and you can inquire for more information. We will be sending that out this upcoming week. We are excited for September 13th through 15th, 2024. We will be in beautiful Low Country, Charleston, South Carolina,
Yes, love it.
just
Beautiful.
living it up, taking some time to be restored, be rejuvenated, and come together. And
Yes.
we're just going to get better together. That's always the plan. But it's always good to do that in like company and just, have a group, a community of people that you may not have known prior to that weekend, but you'll leave that much stronger knowing that you have a community all over the world that loves you and supports you. So September 13th through 15th, 2024, Charleston, South Carolina. You can reach out to us on any of the various platforms you see on your screen for more information. Now, with that being said, Kat, you got anything else, or should we jump into today's juicy
Let's.
topic?
I am ready to jump into the topic. I am so ready.
Oh my gosh. I
as we
told
said,
that.
go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
So our topic today, as you see, what's this thing called love? February
Yes.
happens to be designated as the love month, even though you should love everybody all year long. But February,
Some people
Valentine's
only
Day,
loving somebody for 28 days. That's all you got.
Oh, okay. And
That's all you
welcome,
got.
welcome, welcome. As you come in, drop us a hello, whatever. We want to welcome you properly.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining in on us. But what's this thing called love? And jump in the comments and tell us what your thing is called love. So
Yes.
we left off last week. If you watched our show, if you didn't, catch us up on YouTube. But we left off with a scenario that you had for us, Christine. So let's jump into that on what's this thing called love.
I'm trying to remember, what was I saying? We share so much. Ooh. But I have a scenario.
Okay.
What if, and this scenario comes from real life experience. I'm not going to say whose life, but real life experience. Let's say you're dating a person. In this case, it was a woman dating a man.
Okay.
And you're dating this guy, and things seem to be going well, and just a little backstory on it. Prior to you getting in this relationship with this guy, you were thinking, oh no, he's the guy I would never date. You're more of a brother to me, that type of thing.
Oh,
so
yes,
first
I
of
do
all, so first, I guess that's the first scenario within this story of many scenarios.
Okay.
Would you ever date the brother or sister type? And this is a rhetorical question for all of our lovely viewers.
I wanted to answer.
She said, "I'm ready to answer." Do you ever
answer.
just go against what you normally choose and date the brother sister type? If your natural inclination is always no, would you ever say a yes? And if it was yes, why? Or is it just like, yeah, I would, but sometimes I may say no, and if it's no, why? So Kat, I'm gonna put that out there. Brother type, would it be a yes or would it be a no, and why?
So only and I'm not going to answer the question, but only because I have friends, and of course Christine as well, that say I categorize people fairly quickly into that brother or or a potential, let's put it that way, a potential category fairly quickly.
It's true.
And actually, I was having this conversation with someone else this week about our discernment, right? And dating and red flag, and what we was talking about. Red flags, different things like that. So I'm just going to add this to it. If there is a red flag, would you not put them in as a potential? Would that not already move them into that category? I'm just saying. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm just saying.
Well, sometimes we see the red flag and think it doesn't apply to me. You know what I mean? You'll see the red flag and be like, but that's because they was with so and so. I guess in our minds somehow we make a justification for them having this issue or doing whatever they did. It's like,
sure.
Oh, that's because they was with, and he or she is like kind of, anyway. So I could totally see somebody doing that, especially to them. And it'd be like, man, come on. Is a red flag a red flag, or is it like?
I think it's not even for just from a different perspective. When I'm thinking of red flags, it's not even seeing them with a relationship. It's just maybe conversation, the way that they process things that are, and we've all ignored red flags because we're like, oh, I can, because the first
thing, change them.
I can change them, and we know we can't change anybody. We can barely change ourselves. So, without the hope of the Holy Spirit, then yes. But yes, I can change them. Oh, we just make excuses because we are led by our emotions, and of course, you're like, well, love is an emotion, so. Yeah, I want to be led by my emotions, but do you? do you? Because
Exactly.
and then I remember well, what I think it was Tina Turner that used to sing this song. Shout out to Tina Turner. What's
What's
love got to do
love
with it?
got to
Right,
do
right, right.
with it? Oh yeah.
Right.
But a
You
secondhand emotion. That's what that was the
it
line.
is
What's love but a
because
secondhand emotion? Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't live on love. I'm sorry when
Mhm.
the mortgage is due, you're gonna be like, well, we got love.
I love you. I love you.
When y'all sitting in the dark, keep that
I
same
love you.
keep that same energy, right?
No, look, and depending on what state you live in, not just the dark and the cold.
All right,
Good
but keep
grief.
that same energy because I
No, I
love you.
love you.
I
I
love
love you.
you. I love
What's
you.
love?
And 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 for some of our guys, oh, but she was bad. She had this BB, she got this BB elder. She was bad and all this stuff. Okay, but she can't cook. She nasty. I think one of the red flags was about hygiene.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you did mention that last week.
yeah.
You
So
did mention that last week.
she nasty, she can't cook, she don't clean, she want to spend all your
Okay.
money because she don't work,
Oh,
but
no.
I'm in love. But I'm in love, lust, whatever one it is at this point now, right?
Oh my goodness. You know what? It's just the fact that you said uh it's just the fact that you said about like how some of the guys are like kind of so just over like just floored by these women's bodies. It just
Yeah.
made me think about a line from a Meg the Stallion and Cardi B song.
Okay.
And
Okay.
shout out to them. Look, they're doing their thing. They are successful
Absolutely.
women. But I
Hmm.
thought about this one line. Well, it was on Cardi B's verse. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I can tell you how I got this ring.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's how it goes. I said, okay, Cotty, okay then, Cotty.
But it, but it's so funny why you said that. What is it, Doctor? What's the famous nutritionist, Doctor Steve, the nutritionist
Dr.
health
Sebi.
Sebi. Yes, he said when you see all that junk in the trunk, he said that's
Mhm.
poop. He said that is actually where all the poop lies. So if you see it, yes. I was like, okay, well, I don't feel bad not having a the rump shaker.
Just shake
he
your
said
rump.
he said that is where the stuck poop is. I said, oh,
Wow.
you jiggling,
Okay.
baby. Go ahead, baby. You jiggling, baby.
And guess what? Your jiggles start. Anyways, but that's another conversation for another day. And all things, maybe we'll do a segment on like healthy nutrition and healthy weight gain and
Okay.
maintenance.
Yes.
That's another conversation for another day.
That's
So,
another story.
anyways, so the
Yes.
first scenario within the story of scenarios was: do you go against your norm and date the
Okay.
brother/sister type?
Okay.
So, against what this person thought, they dated the brother type,
Okay. They
seeing
did.
some red flags, but
Okay.
just still went into it, with a fresh perspective. Like that was then, that was then, this is now. I'm not gonna hold anything from you, against you from the past, like whatever. Let's just try it fresh. They get into the relationship, things seem fine.
Okay.
And then some time goes on, and then
Okay.
down the road, it came to the guy's birthday. And the
Okay.
young lady, takes the money that she has, she's setting it up and gets everything so nice. Favorite types of foods, just so thoughtful, right?
Okay.
Until so then birthday weekend goes by, and then a week after the birthday, the lady in the situation gets a message on Facebook. That's
Okay.
when
Social
sliding into the
media.
DM was fresh.
Yep.
So so someone slid into this young woman's DM and said, "Hey, I saw you in a few pictures, and I wanted to ask if you were dating beep beep so and so." And
Okay.
so automatically the young lady is like on high alert, because now
Right. Of
why
course.
is another young woman contacting me?
Right. Of course.
So scenario number two within the scenarios: when something like that happens, and another person of the opposite sex, or maybe the same sex, reaches out to you and starts kind of questioning you on the validity of your relationship, or if you're in a relationship with so and so, are you immediately sent over the edge like, I knew it, I should have never, and you immediately just go off? Or do you keep it, do you play your cool? You keep your cool and play it cool.
Okay. I got a question to that too. So, because I know a lot of times when you're in that very sensitive stage, that beginning stage, and people begin to give their 2 cents, and everybody's, oh, I think y'all will make a great couple, or watch out for this person because A, B, C, D, whatever their thoughts are in your relationship, right? Come about, does that affect how you treat that person, or how you guys uh continue to approach your relationship?
Oh,
Because
I
I
see what
know
you're saying.
that
Like the
happened as
whole
well.
time, because people were saying
Yes,
whatever they were saying.
right. Does that affect how you then approach your relationship? Do you change the way you're seeing this person because of other people's input? Um, or are you one of these people, whether it's the male or female or both, whatever, that you're
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I have my own mind. I'm not listening to outside influences, because at the
Mm.
end of the day, nobody has to be in this relationship but me and my
Yeah,
other person, right?
yeah,
So which way? So chime in, guys. Let us know what your thoughts are here. How do you handle that? And
yeah.
then another one was what did they if okay, if you're dating someone, because this came up too, if you're dating someone and they happen to live like in a 2 bedroom house, apartment, whatever, 2 or 3 bedroom house or apartment,
Come on.
they
And
get
they
a
share. Ooh,
they get a
space.
have a roommate that is of the opposite sex.
What you doing? You staying or you going? You running?
Right. Is that a red flag or not? Or you like, whatever, like, and you don't feel like, because you're confident in who you are and you're confident in your relationship. And it's like, especially the way the economy is today, right? Because we know the economy is a little different today than it was even 5, 10 years ago, right? So is that a hmm just a no for me? Let me move on. Or I understand
Mm.
the economy, and it's cool, whatever, because y'all got your own, but y'all really living, and they're living their separate lives. Like it's nothing. It's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
between. They're literally roommates, and because of, like I said, because of the economy. So I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts on that as well,
yes,
because these things,
yes.
this thing called love is it's tricky.
It
It's tricky.
is.
It's tricky. It's
It
tricky.
is.
How important? I know now. Like I got another one. How important is someone's history in dating or courting or finding a mate or whatever? Like, I mean, as far as their upbringing, how important is that in a relationship? Do we care?
Mm.
So, like, if I am a female looking for my mate, my spouse, my husband, do I care if, like, let's say I was brought up in a 2 parent home, and do I care if he was brought up in a 2 parent home? Do I care if he had his father in his life? Do I
Wow.
care if he has a positive relationship with his mother? Do I care if he has siblings and has a relationship with his siblings? How, like what factors in to relationships?
That's good. That's good. That's a good one. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna answer. I'm gonna let the viewers ponder, and I'm gonna keep going with
Yes,
my
yes, yes,
relationship
yes.
story slash scenario. So this young lady receives this message, right? Somebody
Okay.
slides into her DM and was like, "Hey,
Yep.
I've seen your few pictures. Basically, who are you? And is this? Are you really, who you think you are? Who you say you are?"
Okay.
Yes. So the lady responds back, yes, I'm so and so. Yes, I do date so and so. And and the story goes like this. this young lady, the young lady who reached out to the one who was dating the young man, says to her, well, so and so talks to me pretty regularly, which immediately is starting to send young lady A over the edge because she's like,
Right.
how is that so? Because we on the phone all the time. So I don't know how you, where did you find the time? But, anyways, so young lady A is now talking to young lady B. And young lady B says, well, young lady A, so and so it talks to me quite frequently and actually told me about you. So, oh, okay. But he told me that you were his sister and not his girlfriend.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, wow, you look absolutely beautiful. So when I saw that he had put your name in a caption or shares your name in a photo or whatever it was, maybe in one of the conversations he was having with young lady B, I think he shared young lady A's name.
Okay.
So she finds young lady A to confirm this story because unbeknownst to young lady A, the young man got a game going and he's talking with young lady B and, trying to bring some validity as to why you're in so many pictures, right?
Okay.
Or why you seem to keep popping up every few pictures, right?
Okay.
And she's not in a picture. Okay. So young lady A is like, are you kidding me? He's running a game. This is crazy. So now at this juncture, now with this information, young lady A understands that this young man is cheating on her with young lady B and probably who knows who else. Because she made it clear to young lady B, hey, no hard feelings, but I thought I was dating him. And now I'm finding out that he's telling you that we're brother and sister.
Okay.
And clearly we are not. So at this point of the story, what would you do? I'm going to tell you what young lady A did, but what would you do? This happened in the middle of the day, maybe like 12, 1 o'clock, 1:30 p.m., kind of like lunchtime. So what would you do at this point? Scenario number 3. What will we do?
I have questions though. I have questions because I was just thinking about if that was me. First of all, I don't know if it's a question or a statement.
That sounded like a neck roll, first of all.
It was. I did that in my head. Am I even responding back to somebody that's hitting me up on like that's I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just asking questions here. Like, am I responding back? That's A. Then I think my second question is how soon, and I guess this is another question for you. How soon or do you put pictures of you in a potential on social media?
Right. Does that happen right away or is it
so
gradual after time?
So I think those are my 2 questions. Those are my 2 questions. Like, am I answering questions for a random? Because at that point, I don't know who they right. Why am I answering a question? And then and wait, then I got a third one. Are we exclusive? Because if we're dating, we're dating. If you're dating multiple people. So
I do know that young lady A and the Mr. and the guy were exclusive to one another. They were supposed to be.
They said that like it was verbalized because
it was verbalized and understood.
Okay, because sometimes it's women not coming off on us at all, but we have these relationships that the men don't necessarily know that they in, and vice versa,
True. That's true as well.
So that's why I asked: was it communicated?
No.
Right, and was it understood? So was it verbally said, and there was a meeting? So there was a meeting of the minds.
Yes,
we are dating. We are exclusive. It's just me and you, boo.
That's it. Just me and you. We don't have no extra parties. We're not getting off in no side ramps. Nothing. It's
Okay.
just
Okay.
us.
Okay. Got
It's
it. Okay.
just the two of us. So
Okay.
anyway, so young lady A is entertaining the conversation of young lady B. Young
Okay.
lady A decided to play it cool for the rest of the day.
Okay.
And at this point, the young man did not have a car, which to some people, let me point out, is a red flag. But
That's a hey brother. You are my brother because you can't even.
yes, because I can,
You
because I
can't even pick
can't.
me up on date.
I
Let's alone
cannot.
take me to
But
Cheesecake Factory.
I
All of this.
oh, not cheesecake. We not even about to go there again. I think. Oh, young lady. No. So the guy did have a car when they first started dating. Had some
Okay.
car troubles, whatever. It was
Okay.
working, trying to save up, get it fixed. So there was
Okay.
something there. But
Okay.
at this point, brother man did not have a car. So
Okay.
you
Okay.
cheating or you propose, supposedly cheating.
Yep.
And you don't have a car. That's a bad situation to be in.
I just
So
gotta
young
ask you.
lady,
I gotta throw something in. I gotta throw something in.
go
Was
ahead.
he
Go ahead.
driving her? Was he driving young lady B car to young lady A car to pick you up? I'm just saying. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions.
You know what? So young lady A had her car and she wouldn't necessarily let him take the car. She wouldn't let him take the car like that unless they were going somewhere
Okay.
local together.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. Because if I remember it correctly, young lady B lived a few hours away. So
Oh.
if
Oh.
the
Okay.
young
Okay.
man had even had the car alone, let's say to go to a grocery store, it was a local run. Like there
Okay.
was
Got
no way it could be, an hour because we're in the
Okay.
same town or
Got it.
45 minutes. Like it was
I got you.
far away.
I
So
got you.
in the land of far, far away, as they say on Shrek. So,
Okay.
so
Okay.
young lady A decides to play it cool for the rest of the day. And she goes to pick up brother man. That's what we're gonna call brother
Okay.
man from work. Meanwhile, what he did not know is young lady A made a plan with young lady B. She told young lady B that she was gonna go pick up brother man from work at whatever 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
And at that time at 9:32, because let young lady A had it timed out. He walks out of work at 9:31. He gets in the
Okay.
car at 9:32. Call me at 9:33.
Okay.
So young lady A gets brother man in the car, shows up, everything's fine. Hey, how was work? Was it tiring? Oh, okay. I understand, but you did a great job today. Just like everything's normal.
Yep.
Young lady A then says, "Oh, I'm getting a phone call." They
Oh.
pull out of the parking lot and she's like, "Oh, my phone is ringing. Let me answer. It's one of my friends that I haven't spoken to in a long time." Young lady A puts the phone on speaker and proceeds to have this conversation and starts with small talk. As she puts the phone on speaker and young lady B's voice comes through,
Of
brother
course.
man don't really know the wiser right now.
Yep.
It's just another girl, just another lady on the phone.
He
And
didn't
as
know the
the
voice.
he
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. Go ahead. I'm just done with this conversation.
I would
I'm
just
done.
keep shaking, but you see me shaking my head. Nope,
Yeah,
nope,
I'm
nope,
done.
nope.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
But young lady A said something that was very telltale of
Uh-huh.
like who this was to brother man. To brother man. I love you too. To brother man. And at that point, she looked at him. He wasn't looking at her, but she looked at him and his eyes got wide, 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 and really big because he knew he was in some deep doo doo. So young
Okay.
lady
And
A
he,
continues to
yeah.
have this conversation, and she's
Yeah.
just like, she says, "Oh yeah, so what were you telling me earlier today about brother man and you?" And that's when he knew he had
Yeah.
messed with the wrong one. So at this point, they proceed to have a conversation
Yeah.
about how things happen and about who brother man told young lady B that young lady A was, and how all of this plays out. The whole time, brother man is sitting there looking like he's scrambling for thoughts, scrambling for an excuse, some excuse or lie to say. He looks nervous because
Right,
the
right, of
crap
course.
is hitting the fan.
Right.
And so then young lady A says, well, thank you, young lady B. I'm going to let you go ahead on and have a great rest of the night. And I'm going to deal with this clown right here. Young lady A gets off the phone. And now at this point, question number 4. Now what's your next course of action? Are you busting him upside his head? Not that we support
Right.
violence,
Condone violence. Right. 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 Right.
but are you getting into a verbal argument? Are you dropping him off and leaving and never coming back? What would you do?
Oh,
It's because
and
there's
that's
so many ways you could play it.
well, and why you were saying this, the mature me versus the younger me
I need
was
both
saying
answers.
the younger me. Well, first of all, I wouldn't have busted him up the head because I'd have been like, probably more in my dramatic days. Oh, how could you do this? And, oh, that whole kind of, whatever. The mature me is like, I'm done because I don't have time to waste time on a clown. Like, you're a clown at this point, right? I don't have the energy or the time. So, yeah, I'm dropping you off. And
I'm never
you don't
coming
even
back.
exist. You don't even exist anymore in my view. Like, you're not even my real. You don't even exist anymore. Like, I can see you walking. You could be in this. You could walk in the door while I'm walking out the door, and I don't even see you anymore. Like, we have nothing else to talk about because, first of all, you're not trustworthy. You're not a friend because friends don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't lie. They don't. So I don't have that energy to give to you. This is the mature me now. This is after been married 20 years, after divorce, after healing. This is the mature me.
Yes.
Younger me, like I said, I've probably been more dramatic and this big argument, this kind of blow up, not physical, but that kind of like argument. And I probably would have kicked him out my car and been like, and then I'm gonna run you over. Like that. That would have probably
That's what I'm talking about.
Just being honest, right? And if he walked in front of my car, I probably would, just being honest.
Let me give you a little love tap with my car. Love tap.
Yeah. But the mature me, no, I'm not even wasting energy. And I think part of that is why people say I don't give much time when I meet you. I instantly set you in whatever category. Back to our first thing immediately.
Gotcha.
Because I don't have the same time. Like, why are we wasting time? Because what we do know is not going to change.
That's true.
What did Dr. Maya Angelou say? Shout out, rest in peace. When they show you who they are the first time,
believe them.
Believe them. So why am I going to keep giving you opportunity upon opportunity to keep doing this and making me have egg on my face?
And I think, as it was explained to me, that after this particular situation, that is what young lady A understood. And after that day, she moved on and went in a different direction.
Bravo. Shout out to Lady A. Okay.
Right. And now, because I see our time is going, that was really good. I enjoyed that. I want to do more shows like that. I like that. But one of our dear girlfriends, Lavish, who is, bouncing back off of some health issues, she also sent us some lavish advice, some lavish love advice.
Yes,
so I want to bring that up and let's go through it and then share it and see how it goes from there. Let me see if we can pull this up here. Okay, are you able to see it, Kat?
Yes, I can see it. Lavish advice. Okay.
Ooh, I love it. Here we go. So lavish advice number 1 is, don't forget you all are dating. Don't be too
Okay.
busy and leave the person dangling.
You know, that I have a question to ask somebody because a friend of mine, that's funny. A friend of mine is very busy, like very, very busy. I'm like, if you met that person, would you have time to date them?
It's true.
Huh. Just things
It's
that
true.
make you go, Shout out to
Hmm.
Arsenio Hall. Go ahead.
Let's see. Number 2 is communicate. Don't hold anything that hurts your feelings. Let them know. Dating
Um,
is every day. Okay. Okay.
I can see that because if you hold it in, it's going to build up. And then now this is remember the old say adage was oh he left the cap or she left the cap off the toothpaste and then you have this big explosion, but it wasn't
Yes.
about the cap off the toothpaste. It was
Yes.
everything that builds up. And the Bible even tells us it's the small foxes that destroy the vine,
You're right.
right? So I
True.
get it.
It's
Yeah,
true.
okay.
Yep. Okay. Number 3 says step outside the box. Don't keep doing the same thing. You're going to get the same result. It's okay to be grown and different. Okay,
Okay.
grown and different. Okay,
So
then.
two things popped in my head. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Now that is
Um,
true.
Also, that leads to content. Not I don't want to say contentment because we want to be content, but
Yeah.
being complacent,
There we go.
right?
There we go.
That's the word I want to use. You don't want to be complacent or take each other for granted. So
True.
absolutely, I can see that because that's one thing that I was guilty of, and
Mm.
in my previous marriage, I took my ex husband for granted, um,
Mm.
and so we know some other things that he did. Not talking about him, but talking about what I did was I took him for granted. So nobody wants to be felt like they're taken for granted. So
That's
absolutely,
true. That's
absolutely.
true. Okay. And then number 4 is be you. Show your heart and celebrate every day. One day at a time. Is it
I like
everybody?
that too
Is it over
because
there?
in this day of wigs and eyelashes, and even now you can put on like cheekbones and different. You
Yes.
can put all this different things, and
Yes, you can.
um, you don't know who you're getting,
That's true.
right? I was laughing at a reel that was like, oh, the guy wanted to play in her hair, but he realized it was sitting on the dresser. Oh, because you don't know what
Ah! People get on my nerves. Man, leave that woman alone. Let her have her wig.
And then there was the other one that was so funny because I watch a lot of reels and laugh all the time because I like to laugh. Where he got up in the morning and the person was cooking him breakfast, and he's screaming to the girl, let's just use you. Hey Christine, come out here. Come out here. It's a man in the kitchen. It's a man in the kitchen. And she like, babe, stop playing. You know it's me. Right. Cause so always be true.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. My husband says that a lot of women are pulling a lot of tricks on these guys
You
because
just
they
don't know.
meet you all made up. It's
Yes.
probably an afternoon to evening date scenario. If he ends up y'all go home together or whatever, and he sees you without all of that the next day, and you like, this is not you tricking me. This
Who
is
are
not
you?
who
Who
I came
are you?
home with.
Right,
He
right,
calls these women booger monsters.
right,
He's like,
right.
this
Because
big booger monster, you know good and well I ain't came home with you.
what's the other adage? You can't put if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. At the end of the day, it's still a pig. So I don't care how
And
much you dress up. Always be true. If the person can't love you for who you really are,
that's
is
true.
it love? That's my
That's
question. Is it love? If you can't be who you really are around this person, and I get
mm-hmm,
it, we've all worn extensions one time or another, right? We've all
mm-hmm.
guilty, braid, whatever. We've all done it. We all have worn makeup or whatever, because sometimes you just want to do that. Just different things like that. And we put on shapewear or whatever, right? But to constantly, and that has to be tiring, that you
Yeah.
constantly have to be somebody else. You can't show up
Oh
as you.
wow.
You
Wow.
can't. Then now we're going into mental health thing because I can never show up as me. So then you don't feel good about yourself. And if you don't feel good about yourself, how do you want somebody else to feel good about you?
My God.
How do you want somebody else to love you when you don't love you? So
It's
at the end
deep.
of the day, you need to do the work.
It's
You need to
deep.
do the work so you can feel good about yourself.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then that's when you attract what you want, what you deserve. That's when
Right.
you attract what you want and what you deserve. It's because
Yes.
you're giving out that energy, you're giving out that vibration, whatever terminology you want to use, right? You're giving out that. So, of course, you're going to manifest whatever terminology you want to use. That when you'll bring it to you.
I love it. I
And I
love it.
gotta say, from your favorite nephew, because you know he always has these words of wisdom before we get off the phone. He
Yes.
says he says to me, and I had to share it with somebody else. He said, "A man, I think I told you before, will be hard pressed to come between the love affair you had with yourself." Really, really, really.
he is so funny. He is
I
so
said,
funny.
"Really, son?" Yes, mom. Yes,
He said
because you love
yes.
yourself. He said, "Yes, because you really love yourself." I said, "Well."
Shouldn't I?
I said, well,
Shouldn't I?
right. Like, yes, I do. He said, but I get it because I've seen the journey because you did the work. You did the work.
Child.
You didn't always feel that way about yourself, but you
And
did
you
the
know
work.
what? Oh, y'all, excuse me. Lifting my girl up again.
I was gonna say
Okay.
you just did a workout. I could see. Yeah,
I did. I did. I hope you all saw the toneness of the arm as it went
I
across the
did. I
screen.
did. I
You
did. I
see,
did.
do that arch. Do that arch. What's wrong? Your phone. Okay, I got you. Okay. Well, listen, mommy duty calls, but I had
Yeah.
loved today's show. I think at the end of the day, we do need to love ourselves, know our worth, but then also know what we are desiring in a potential suitor or mate. And then I think even for our platonic relationships, like that are, our friends,
Yeah.
knowing what we desire in our community as well,
Yes.
knowing all the different types of people that make up the community that you need. And so to know that it does take time getting to know yourself and knowing
Mhm.
what support looks like to you, what showing up looks like to you, the different elements of you that you need. Sometimes when you need an ear or you need advice or you need someone to drive with you or you need someone to just book a flight. Like all of those things are completely different, because there's some people who like to talk, there's some people who just want to be around. You know what I mean? So I think studying ourselves even more, getting to know
Yes.
ourselves even more. Like you're saying, coming out of all of the shapewear wigs, lashes, because the men out here wearing shapewear too. So, anyways, but that's
And
another story.
heels and lashes, little heels and lashes. Anyway,
I
I'm not
wasn't even
doing
about to go there. But the
it. Okay.
point is
Yes. Yes.
to
Yes.
know what it is that you even desire,
Yes.
we do have
Yes.
to take that time to know what we desire, know
Yep.
what
Do the
it
work.
is for you,
Yep.
and then you can pray and look for those things in other people to surround yourself with. So this has been today's show about what's this thing called love. We got scenarios. Would you stay or would you go? And what would you do? I hope you all
Yes.
enjoyed. Press replay, share it with a friend
Yes.
or a family member, listen and laugh, and always be encouraged. Okay. God has you here for a reason. If you made it on the wake up list, that means you still got work to do. Okay, guys. Kat, do you have any final closeout thoughts?
And
Or are we good to go?
to Lavish. Yes, to shout out to Lavish for her advice. And then also, I just want to end with this adage that my mother used to say all the time: association brings on a simulation. So when you look around, those 5 or 10 people that you really associate, just 5 people, that's who you are, that's who you've become. So if you want to be different, change
That's true.
your village. Love you guys. This has been great.
Surrounding.
As
Yes.
always, thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday with us. Do acts of kindness to someone today, the rest of this month, the rest of the year, but share some of the acts of kindness that you've done this week, today. We would love to hear them, and we'll probably do a show on acts of kindness and those different things, because I would love to share that. And actually, I have a few that came up this week that I would love to share on
Yeah.
next week. So join us, write into us, send us your information. But we love you guys and want you to have a great, blessed Saturday and weekend.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.